Hello Flosstube friends. Okay, we are here with the final part of the WIP parade. The first part is processing right now. It's finished the uploading and now it's doing the processing. And then the second one is now uploading. So, things are moving along. However, my boyfriend has texted and he's done with working on his car at the auto shop. So, we need to really book through this last set because I still have to take a shower, and my apartment is a complete disaster zone because I've been sick. I have not cleaned it at all or done dishes. So things need to be done. Okay, so let's go quickly. I have literally a laundry basket filled with projects for this last part. These are ones that I've brought in from my bedroom where I store them. And they're the ones that don't get a lot of love. So we'll see what's in here. First off, South African animals, the big 5. This one is the rhino. And that's all I've done on him. I'll leave it in the package because, I mean, that's all that I've done. Next we have South African animals, the big 5 lion. And we'll take this one out because it was not easily in view. Here's where that's at, so lots to do. These aren't like overly large though, so it shouldn't be like, here's all the DMC in it, so that's not a lot. South African animals, the big 5. This is the water buffalo, I believe. I don't have one of them, and I'm so disappointed about that, but they didn't have it when I was on the safari with my family. And I need to figure out how I can get it. Because I have all the others. That's where that one's at. Because I would love to have all 5 of these. Done and completed, that is. If you're new to the channel, I am half South African. The big 5, this is the elephant. Oh, I can just show you this one in the package. That's where that one's at. I think that's part of a leg. So, continuing right along. This is a wedding sampler I started for a friend that's not like a real good friend anymore, so I never finished it. She chose red and yellow. And this is that's what this looks like. I would actually love to redo this one for myself once I finally get engaged. And in different colors. Don't know which ones. Maybe a hand dyed would be lovely. I don't know. And I did do this one 1/1 on 28 count, and I think that it's really pretty like that. Because it's just like itty bitty teeny little stitches. This one is the Serenity Prayer from Cross Stitch Gold. That's what it looks like. And here is where I am at. This is one where I find the pattern overwhelming. So that's why I haven't done more than that. Because this is one where, I mean, DMC, they're famous for this, but some are half stitches, some are with like 3 strands, 4 strands, blah, blah, blah. Like, so it's a little hard. But I really love this one, and the Serenity Prayer has been my favorite quote for quite some time. And it says, God grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I know that that goes a lot with AA, and I have not done AA, but I love it. To tell you the truth, I came across it the first time in a Harry Potter fan fiction, so that's where I actually encountered that quote. So, this is the crest for Bayern Munich, my favorite soccer team. Yeah, I do. FC Bayern München. And that's all I've done. So, it is full coverage. There's a lot left to go. Part of what happened is they sold my favorite player like 4 years ago, 4.5, and I've been pretty upset about it since then. And yeah. Lavender and Lace Summer, Celtic Summer. I love her. And here is where she is at. It's actually pretty decent progress. So I look forward to getting back on that one. Lavender and Lace Celtic Spring. That's what she will look like. And here is where I am at on her. Oops. So this fabric is still really see-through, but I'm dealing with that. I love this little fairy door. I thought that was pretty suiting for Celtic Spring. Is the last, oh, there's Celtic Noel. Where is, there. So I can show you all of the Celtics besides winter, which is out here in the living room because it's winter time. Okay, this is Celtic Autumn, and I am doing a conversion. A pretty popular conversion, so I'm sure you guys have seen it. But that's where I am at on Celtic Autumn. This is the first Celtic lady that I actually started. And then we have Celtic Noel. This is stitched on the recommended fabric. I I go back and forth about this fabric. And right now I think I'm in a phase where I like it. So, where's the little picture? Oh, shoot. Oh, inside the fabric. Here she is. And here is where I am at. So almost done with this. Here, it's easier to see when it's 2 layers. So, I am pretty pleased. I have been doing the metallic as I go along, and I know some people save it for the end. I'm not one of those people. If I put them on the stand, then I will do the beads as I go, but I'm not fully decided on that. Okay, this is Welcome Sal from Tempting Tangles. I don't have a picture of the finish. I was enabled by Garrett Coffee Stitcher for this one. And this is a piece of fabric that a friend gave to me. And so I've only completed part 1, but I think it's beautiful. Brooks Books Advent Animals. I only have one of them started. I have all the fabric cut out for them, and they're all going to be on the same fabric. So, here's the first one, and I would love to get back to this series this year, as they are just darling. Christmas Village from Country Cottage Needleworks. I've only finished one because I hated the fabric, but I think I actually like the fabric again. It's getting softer and I don't hate it as much now that I have more experience working with linen. This was actually the first piece of linen I ever worked with. So I've only finished the one. So I have a lot to go. How did I fold this? There we go. This is Lime Park, which is Pemberley from Pride and Prejudice. My parents went there and brought this back as a gift. I've barely started it, but I would love to do more. It's just a tiny little thing. But so I started at the top with the sky. This is Clouds Factory's Christmas Words. I have all of the fabric for all 4. I only have one started. And then I have the fabric for the, I'm going to do the Halloween words on this fabric. It's 28 count Nocturne Cashel from Picture This Plus. And this one is 28 count Storm Even Weave. So, here they are next to each other. And this is the one I have started. So, Need to work more on this series. I do love them. I don't have, I believe there's a couple more words that are out now. Oh, here it is. So the tree and part of the lady elf is what I have started. But I don't have any more of the words. Just those ones. Let's see. This one is the Welcome to the Parks. From Pumpkin. I may end up just UFOing this. I don't know. This is the called for fabric. It's earthen, 16 count Ada from Picture This Plus. It is a beautiful fabric. Okay, this is one I am also tempted to UFO because I have another thought for the fabric. And this is the 2018 Linen and Threads, which I have been stitching in black on this, what are you? Yeah, 18 count. However, I've been thinking about repurposing this fabric for, I have this Harry Potter cross stitch that's all in black, and it's the shape of the scar from Harry, the lightning bolt scar, but it's made up of icons from that's familiar with the books and stuff, and I've been thinking that that would look really good on this fabric. It's kind of an orangey fabric, so I am tempted to repurpose this, to UFO it, and repurpose the fabric, and maybe restart this. I do like this Sal, so that's why I haven't actually done it yet, because I do like it, and I do also like it on this fabric. So I'm undecided as of yet. Hang on. Is it here? This is the other fabric I've thought about doing that scar on. I would have to do it 1/1. It's Fiberlicious Fireworks. And I've thought it could look dramatic on this, but I'm undecided. So if you guys watch and you have any opinions, let me know. And I might actually ask that on a regular video, because I get it that people probably won't watch this or comment. WIP parades are long, and so not everyone's thing. I get it. Okay, we have the Scrappy Quilt Sal from Carolyn Manning. And I had intended on doing 4 of them all on the same fabric to make like an extra ultimate. So here is my fabric. And it's hard to tell, but there's white stitches in here from my start on the first part. So there's a lot that needs to be done on here. How did I fold this? Okay. This one is Beach Babies. It's a Dimensions. And here is where I am at. I hate the beach, but I love these little girls. They're so cute. This is the Titanic. It's called Fateful Night by Jiffy. That's what it looks like. And here's where I'm at. This was actually one of the first cross stitches I ever had, but I lost it in 9th grade on a field trip. And I found it on eBay and repurchased it like a year or two ago. So, back in middle school, high school, my parents didn't let me watch Titanic till the 8th grade, and I loved it. "'Twas the Night" by Sue Hillis. And I do not have a lot done on this one, even though I really love it. Here's where I'm at. That's part of stockings. And there we go. Pumpkin Passport, Let's Go on an Adventure. And I have all the words done. Yay. So I am happy about that because I actually didn't think I'd finish the words, so that's really good. And this Weeks Dye Work Navy is a really beautiful color. That's what the words are in. This is Clouds Factory Postcards from the World. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. If that was just an ordinary video update, I would redo it, but I am trying to get this final part filmed and uploaded. I only have the frame of one. Partially started, so not even all the way finished. Oh well. Spring Garden Labyrinth from Carolyn Manning. Oh, summer. This is actually the summer. I have not started the spring one yet. And that's where I'm at. So, I do love the colors on this. This is one I have intended for my aunt. It is, a whole lotta latte, and here is where I am at on that. So I've stitched the pink border and I'm working on the first cup of coffee. This one is called Mother and Child. And here is where I am at on that. Excuse my cough. And then, oh, I love this one. It's called Southern Social. It's from Dimensions. I had this one started in high school, and the pattern just developed a hole into it, and oh, it made me so sad. But then I found this on eBay because it's no longer in print, and I got it from Russia. So thank you, Russia. And that's all I've done. Okay. This one is Santa's Village that I'm doing on a blanket. I charted it all out, what pattern I wanted to put in what place, how many stitches over, how many stitches done, and I changed the color of the snowflakes and the smoke in my notes. I think I'm doing this with 6 strands, so it doesn't look like the neatest stitching, which is part of why I've only done a little bit of one. But I do want to go back to this because I do think that this would be a really nice Christmas decoration to like throw over a chair or something. Oh geez. Okay. So here's where that's at. And I do really like that, so now that it's winter time, it might be the ideal time to work on this. And I think that's the stables that I'm working on. I have thought about adding in the frosty forest into the other open squares. As I get further along, I will see about doing that. This is another Dimensions, back from the days when I used to tape things. It is Woodland Enchantress. And here is where I'm at on her. I think the colors are absolutely stunning. These dimensions are just a pain to work on, though. And I've stained up my fabric pretty bad, so whatever. This is Snow White from the Brooks books. I don't have a picture printed out of what it will look like. And I don't have much of a start. I think it's like this. So, a lot to do on her. This is Happy Halloween by Satsuma Street. Here it is in black and white. And I have been working on the outlines. So, yeah, that's where it's at. I started this one for a Designer of the Month thing on Stitch Mania like a couple years ago. Oh no, how did my fabric get a little bit stained? Ugh. The story of Kate stitching. How did my fabric get stained? I don't know. I mean, I keep them in bags. I have clean hands. Whisper of God. I think this was gifted to me, and I think the other person taped it, but I could be wrong about that. I could have maybe done that. And that's where that's at. I think I've had this one for quite a while, and it's not really of my taste anymore, so this one is Tree of Stitches. I have already completed the Tree of Stitches one time. I decided to use this DMC 4050. I have to say I don't love it. I don't love this color. And also a lot of this fabric got wasted, but I mean, maybe I'll keep going. I like that a little bit more now than I did last time I looked at it. This is part of why I don't really throw out WIPs, is because frequently I come back later and I'm like, oh, I like that more than I did when I hated it and decided I didn't want it anymore. So, yeah. And I really love doing specialty stitches. This one is called Let It Snow. That's what it looks like. This is another one that's pretty old for me. Again with the tape. But I do really love how festive that is. This one is Twisted Tile number 1 from Northern Expression. She kind of disappeared, so I don't know what's... It was supposed to be a series of 6. Only 2 have been released. It's been like a year. Over a year. So that's where I was at. Because I did pre-order the series, so last year I contacted Stitchy Box and they did refund me for the other 4 that no one knows what's happening. Do I not have a picture of what this will look like? That's not the pattern. I think this is a wedding sampler. It is. It's called Wedding Doves. I'm not sure who I intended this for. I didn't do a lot. Only that much. Maybe I will take it over for myself. I don't know. Jeez Louise. Possibly a friend that's no longer close. So this one might get moved to the temporary WIP pile. I mean, temporary UFO pile. This one is Winter Garden Labyrinth from Carolyn Manning. Should probably work on it some now, considering it is winter. And that's where I'm at. So still the first part. I love it. I am a Carolyn Manning junkie. Like, I have a lot of her patterns that are not yet started. Okay, this one is Aurora by Brooks Books. It is stitched on Cloud Gazing from Fiberlicious. I think this is one I had to start for bingo because I did barely anything. Not 100% sure about the fabric choice, but yeah. This is Walking in Venice by Clouds Factory. Just a black and white of what that is. I am doing this on 28 count 2/2. And I do not have much done. And that's it. I think I intended this for my brother-in-law, Pascal. I'm not positive. Oh, for Kirsten and Pascal. I think they went to Venice on their honeymoon. Because I also have Walking in Paris that I have not started, but I have the fabric here in the bag already, in the pattern. And I think I'm intending that for my sister Jo because she got engaged in Paris. This was supposed to be another wedding sampler for my sister Jo. It is a Joan Elliot. That's what it looks like. And here's where I got to. I'll continue it, and maybe like for their 20th wedding anniversary I'll have it done. We'll see. I did give them that country cottage one for Christmas this year. Here are a couple of ones that I started in Mania by Pedal Pushers, and I'm thinking I can finish these. This year, that would be nice. So, Green Gables. That might get turned into like an ornament. This one is called Carrots. Hang on, let me bring out the patterns. Here's Carrots, so you can see it's pretty close. This one is... Which one are you? Yeah. Longborn, that I'm doing on some sparkly fabric. That's completely different from what's on the... Little Woman. also completely different fabric choice. And then Pride and Prejudice. And that's where I got to that. So, not bad. Go in. Okay. Then we're almost towards the end, which is good because I think the video might die. This from Reindeer Games. And that's where that is at. I just noticed I'm at 42 minutes and I think that's around where it cops out and there's only 2 left. This is one I started in a Halloween freebie group and I've lost the pattern, which makes me really sad. So if anyone has this pattern, can you let me know what it is and who I can contact to get another copy? Because I'd love to finish this. And then the final WIP is one that I actually haven't worked on and I got it from Elizabeth. Vintage Stitches. That's what it looks like. And this is the second Angel of Freedom. And here she is. So I really want to work on her this year. And that's all of them. That's about 100, except for the dogs. And there is a Christmas one that I know I didn't show. It's hiding. Because all I have to do is the back stitch. Anyways, and that's it. That's my WIP parade for the year. I will do another WIP parade in a year, and maybe it won't be 150. Hopefully it'll be less, but we'll see. I might try to do a stash parade maybe next weekend, or a non-stitchy, like a yarn craft WIP parade. But we will see. Let me know what you think in the comments. And it was great to spend this Saturday with you. Bye.